You become the sword, I'll become the shield. Hi everyone, I'm Showa60. And I want to talk about an anime that I've been following for a bit now. It just came out, I don't know, like sometime last year. You know what? Hold on a second. Okay, so Rising of the Shield Hero. It's a light novel and manga series done by Aneko Usagi. And it's been around for quite a while in this decade. It didn't get an anime adaptation until January 9th of this year. But I think sometime around before its official premiere, it got like a pre-airing. And the first episode of which lasted a lot more than your average 23-minute toy commercial or whatnot. Now, in regards to the light novel and manga series, it centers on 4 young guys from alternate Earths, basically, alternate Japan, in a sense, and they stumble across this book which transports them into another world. And also in regards to the anime franchise, in regards to the anime show, what's going on here is each of them are given special weapons: sword, bow and arrow, spear, and shield. The last of which is held by the main character, Naofumi, who is the central focus for the 25-episode anime adaptation and the initial portion of the light novel. So he's absorbing the culture of this alternate world, and right off the bat, upon arrival, he is getting the worst form of disrespect from the royalty there. And you think everything would be good, especially when one girl by the name of Mine, I didn't make up the names, she helps him a little bit and gives him a tour of the city, gives him a tour of the world, shows him the ropes and everything. You think all of that would mean that everything is hunky-dory. But something is amiss here. Like, so they go to this tavern here. She offers him a drink and he's like, nah, no bueno, I'm not with the drinking stuff. Huh. How funny. I'm not into drinks too. But seriously though. So he turns her down and decides to sleep by himself. Next minute, all of his shit's gone, leaving only his bare essentials and his shield. And the court guard shows up, arrests him, and he's put on trial for a false rape that he didn't do. Like, everybody's on board with the crazy idea that he raped Mine, which is complete horseshit because the dude was sleeping by himself. He was trying to be very cordial and stuff, but all of a sudden, he's a rapist now. This is hitting a lot of heavy themes here that I'm trying my best not to get into. So, yeah. He's publicly humiliated as a result of it. False evidence shows up, and the other three heroes brand him as a rapist, as a pervert, and he is shunned away by the very kingdom that he is residing in. So he's forced to fend for himself. It seems like he has nothing left to lose, and this suspicious looking dude shows up and offers him like some slaves or whatever. So he chooses this demi-human girl by the name of Raftalia. At first, things seem a little hectic with the two, but Naofumi decides she may be a slave, but not for long. Because she's going to think for herself. I'm going to make her fight. I'm going to make her feel more human than she appears. And that's with episodes 1 and 2 in a nutshell. Speaking of episode 2, that's where we see Raftalia come to her own. Like, we get a little backstory about her, saying that there's a reason why she's the way she is, why the way she was at the time that she met Naofumi. Because she had a nice little family, then the wave showed up. And what that is a series of catastrophes that involve monsters, zombies, even a little bit of goblins here and there. But it ain't Goblin Slayer, though. But her parents die trying to save her, and she ultimately becomes a slave. And this world not only is an ally for the backwards ass Me Too movement, it is also a world that is completely racist as fuck. So, a racist SJW friendly isekai of some sorts. Yeah, I buy it. But she's regarded as a slave just on principle of being a demi-human. But Naofumi swoops in, heals her, tries to give her a sense of independence, and she warms up to it. I mean, she's not fond of how Naofumi treats her at first, especially when faced with dozens of challenges, but she ultimately warms up to him, and he basically does what no slave driver would ever do, or at least properly, and that is treat her like an actual human. Also, there's a bit here where she's enjoying all of the food and whatever, but he can't taste a damn thing. And then we cut to episode 3, which is the one that I just watched as of this video. And Jesus Christ, things get hectic. We finally see one of the catastrophic waves of monsters come into play. But before that, we see that Raftalia has grown quickly, and the shield hero alongside with her have both leveled up drastically. So he gets new armor, he off-screen levels up and gets so many shields, so much experience points, so many new tricks up his shield, all puns intended, that you never thought were possible. He and Raftalia are invited to this church where they have like this big gold hourglass that counts down to how long before the next wave of dangerous monsters hit. And when all this is happening, the other 3 heroes appear. And then we see the spear hero, if you want to call him that, and that horrible slut. Yeah, I'm just gonna outright fucking say it. Mine is a fucking slut. And the hero that she's working with is a fucking cuck and a fucking simp. Like, no lie, I don't care if this gets demonetized. It's not like I have many subscribers to warrant this kind of thing, but I'm just gonna say it right now. Fuck these niggas. Like, these look like the type of motherfuckers, especially after what happened in the first episode or the first points of the light novel and manga, if you've been catching up on your source material. They look like the type of motherfuckers that you don't want to see at a convention, or you don't want to run into. If you do, for your own personal safety, just don't fuck with them. But anyway, so yeah, the spear hero starts hitting on Raftalia, and is like, see, this is why I call him a cuck in the first fucking place, because this guy talking about Naofumi being the rapist. This motherfucker right here just making the moves on the demi-human here. And mine, being the racist slut that she is like, hey, you shouldn't be mixing yourself with that nigger over there. Not only is she a vindictive bitch, but she is a racist. Yeah, this garners the slogan from Snoop Dogg back in 1994. We don't love the moles. But after all this, after all that shade and stuff goes in, we have one of the most defining moments for our main protagonist and for our new waifu of 2019, and that is the freaking catastrophic wave. The village of Loot, which is one of the villages in this world, is among those under siege by this catastrophic wave, and the shield hero, along with Raftalia, have to rescue all the civilians there. And this is by far one of the most gripping moments of episode 3 that I've ever seen in an anime. It's like, the shield hero, like, Naofumi tries everything in his power to make sure that no one gets killed. Like, Raftalia shows a great deal of support and a great deal of strength. Like, she has come a long way in two short episodes. Or 3 short episodes. Like, it is just fantastic what she is doing. Like, she is... While Naofumi's coming up with creative ways of stopping the horde, Raftalia is just slicing up monsters left and right. Then, like, the knights show up, half of them just throw shade at his ass just because of what happened, just because of the false accusations. But the other half of the knights decide, hey, you know what, we're gonna help this dude. While he's distracting the monsters, we're gonna stay in formation here, Beyonce style, and we're gonna help him kick these motherfuckers' ass until the sky turns blue again. And that actually happens. As for the other knights, who are complete assholes, by the way, they try to help the other 3 heroes, but they show just how useless they are. Kind of like Prince Philip in that Maleficent movie. Yeah, fuck that film. But but I will say that this was a gripping 3rd episode. And to think that something like this would happen as early on, it really shows that the writers, both in the source material and in this adaptation, have done a fantastic job. So far, The Rising of Shield Hero has proven to be a very great series. It's nothing like what Mother's Basement would say, because fuck that bastard. And it's definitely a worthwhile experience. I'm looking forward to episode 4 and the rest of what could be this first season, and I really hope to see what the 2nd season has to bring, because so far it's showing promise. Like, right off the bat, Naofumi is like this relatable main protagonist right here, and throughout the series he has shown a lot of qualities that make me feel for this guy. Raftalia has become a lot of dudes' waifu right now. She has become the waifu of 2019 for a lot of fans right now. Like, I smell cosplay fodder right now for her. Mine, oh god. Now I know, I'm fully aware that in the source material she's gonna get her comeuppance. Like, unlike Akane from Gridman 2 2018, I don't see any redemption on her end. See, Akane from Gridman, you empathize with her a lot, even though she's done some horrible stuff. But she gets some bit of redemption. Mine, she's a complete slut through and through. She's the type of girl you do not want to hang with at conventions. Whatever you do, guys, always be vigilant, because, yeah, girls, be vigilant also. You may never know what kind of guy or girl you might run into. Like, mine and the Spear Hero at this stage right now are prime examples of the type of people you should never come to terms with. Like, you know what, that would be good for a full-on rant on characters like her in Rising of Shield Hero. Like, she makes Nobuyuki Sudo Sword Art Online look redeemable. Like, she's one of the worst isekai villains I've ever seen, and yeah. Also, the weaponsmith in the series, like, he's like the go-to salesman. He's like the most dependable seller that you'll ever come across. Like, he's one of the few people that believe that mine is a complete slut. And that everything that has been done to him is complete bullshit. I mean, if otherwise, you can prove me wrong in the comments, but I think he trusts Naofumi and Raftalia. And the chemistry between the two main characters in this series has significantly grown thus far, and I like where this is going, and I really hope to see more of that happen. Now, I guess I should talk about a lot of people's first impressions. Like, some people are doing reactions to this series, which is understandable. Like, Retro's reactions are pretty good. I'll drop in a link in the description below to his YouTube channel. Like, if he asks, you can tell him that Showa sent you, or some low-rate 200+ subscriber YouTuber sent you. But yeah, his reactions to this are great. And I wish I could show you footage from this series, but I can only show you stills, mainly because I heard that Sony, who's publishing this series, I don't see how, is doing copyright strikes on motherfuckers right now because them showing footage and stuff. So I'm just going to show you stills, or whatever stills I can find, of this series thus far. But yeah, as for the people who hate this series for some reason, as early on as the first episode, it's like, are you kidding me? Like, they've already done this with more recent anime or light novels or mangas that go the same route as Berserk or Goblin Slayer, talking about, oh, there's a rape scene here, or there's a hint of reality going on here. Oh, these people are lying. These people are terrible. This is made by some dude. No. Yeah, first of all, that kind of opinion is kind of stupid. Also, it's also coming from people who think that men are the only guilty people around here, or anyone who believes that these accusations thrown at the main character are false are just crazy people. That kind of logic is kind of confusing, and I really hate that. I'm not trying to put that kind of political bullshit on my channel, but it's there for some odd reason. But it's been out in the air for this long. They've done this with Goblin Slayer episode 1, and now they've done it with Shield Hero episode 1. And I'm pretty sure they've done that with the light novel or with the manga, and I'm really tired of people doing this. I'm really tired of these wannabe philanthropists trying to say that this anime is way too edgy. There's nothing edgelordy about it. Like, this anime mirrors real life. It's so hard. And it really points out that reality can be stranger in fiction, especially in isekai. And to be honest, the creator was not lying. Oh, and for you SJWs out there, bet you didn't know that the creator of The Rising of Shield Hero is a woman, too. So, yeah, let that sink in. Fucking incels. But anyway, what do you think of the first 3 episodes of The Rising of Shield Hero? Did you think it was awesome? Did you think it was a slog? Did you think it was bad? I mean, if you do genuinely think it's a bad series, then I won't knock you for it. But if it's for the same reasons as these so-called philanthropists going on around here, then I'm sorry. You need to find a much better reason, because yeah, but I think it's an okay series. I mean, it's not a bad show. It's not a bad adaptation to a light novel. And I'll probably look at the light novel as well, because, like, Rising of Shield Hero shows a great deal of promise, and I really do look forward to it. It's practically some of the best entertainment I've seen since Great Man 2018. Though not up there with Great Man 2018, but still good enough to watch. Like, seriously, I never thought I would empathize too much with the main protagonist. like I would with this show. But again, what do you really think about it? Let me know in the comments. Also, the link to Retro's channel is in the description below if you want to see his reaction to this new series. That being said, no, wait a minute, I don't think Retro did a reaction to The Rising of Shield Hero. No, he did that to he did a reaction to Promised Neverland, so yeah. But still, I'll just put it in the link. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching any of the videos I post. This is Showa signing out. Hope to see you guys again in the next video or in the next live stream. Mata ne!